Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I figured I'd give you a quick update on things model railroad related. I know this isn't very good lighting to have me in the camera here, but I only plan on showing my ugly mug for a couple seconds, maybe a minute. I'll let you see me for a minute. You have to excuse me. You probably can't see, but it's a lazy, rainy day here. I have the day off, and I'm just lounging around being lazy. But anyways, I wanted to give you an update on a project that I attempted to do 2 weeks ago, and that's just installing a WOW Diesel decoder in my new Athearn GP40-2, which ended up not going very well. I had some issues, and I'll explain them as I go here. But I know I'm not the only one having issues with these, but then there's a ton of guys out there that aren't having any issues, so I don't know where the problem lies, but I know I ran into some issues, and Brian Volts, he's also running into some issues. I don't know, I think he just posted a video. In fact, I know he did. I watched it. So I know he's having some problems also. And just for the record, I mean, it's not my first decoder install, so I'm not a newbie at this. And Brian Volts is definitely not new to installing decoders. I don't know where the issue lies. Might be an intermittent problem, might be a problem between compatibility issues between maybe Athearn and the TCS WOW Diesel. I don't know. Maybe it's just a hit or miss thing. Yeah. Hey, I'm not perfect either. Maybe there's something I'm doing wrong, but I didn't really do a whole lot to cause any problems. But I'm not bashing anybody by any means. There's just having some problems, and I know Brian hasn't been able to figure it out, and I haven't either. But I'll grab the camera and just give you a quick update here. But I will say, you guys have, it seems like every time I talk to you, I talk about a problem I'm having. And I tell you, a couple weeks ago when I was doing this, I even mentioned it on Facebook that I mean, I just feel like taking a break from this hobby for a while, because it's just one big disappointment after another, and sometimes you get tired of it and you need a break and time away. So I don't know. I don't want to do that. But if for any reason you don't see videos from me for a while, it's probably because I decided to just walk away for a while. But anyways, hopefully not. And let me get on the other side of the camera, and I'll just give you a little bit of information on the problem I went through, and you know, we'll go from there. All right, hang on a second. All right, guys, here we go. This is my new Athearn Athearn Genesis GP40-2. It hasn't been run on the track yet, so I was installing one of the new WOW Diesel decoders. I bought two of them a little while back, and here's both of them that have been replaced by TCS, because when I was doing this install, ended up burning the lighting circuits in both of them, and I'm gonna say due to no fault of my own, because I really didn't do anything to have that happen. TCS did say that that only happens by either getting track power or motor power shorted to the lighting circuits. Basically told me to check my wiring. Well, I plugged it into the 9-pin socket, and the only thing I did, if you guys are familiar with the Genesis light boards, they have the front ditch lights wired together on these two function tabs here. So to have them alternate and flash, you have to separate them individually on the other function tabs here, and then you just change some CVs. All I did was separate the ditch light wiring and have them across these two sets of function tabs, and I did double check that I didn't have anything screwed up there. So that was the only change I made, the only thing I did. And when I put it on the track, they sound great, don't get me wrong. The test track, I mean, they sounded great. The motor function worked fine. The minute I turned on the headlight, I turned on the headlight, everything's good. Now granted, let me just say, I'm sticking with the Athearn bulbs for now. I don't have a big problem with them. So before I get a ton of comments about switching to LEDs in them, I'm not saying I won't, but at this point right now, I'm just trying to get my my TCS decoder figured out and make sure it's going to work. But for now, I am just sticking with the bulbs. And like I said, I'm not real anal about that anyways. I don't think they look that bad. But I wish they were LEDs. But at this point in time, I'm not going through the hassle of doing an LED swap until I can at least get these things working. But anyways, I mean, that's all I did. As you see, I have this removed now because I don't know, I might just hardwire this in and bypass the board. I do have another board. I thought about replacing this board with a new one in case there was something wrong with the stock Athearn board. I don't know, there still might be, I don't know. But instead of going through the hassle of wiring up another board and then plugging in the decoder, I might just hardwire the WOW decoder in and just skip the board altogether. But that's what I did there. And this was the weight that was here. I removed that to place a speaker here. I will probably place it upside down. But that speaker sounded really good, and it's a nice fit there. The only thing is I'm taking away some of the weight, and that's actually a pretty big chunk of weight. But that's where the problem is. Well, anyways, when I turned the ditch lights on, the headlights on, then as soon as I turned the ditch lights on, the decoder smoked, and the headlight went out, and all the lights were dim, and couldn't get the headlight back on. And I thought, well, maybe it was just a bad decoder. I double checked everything, grabbed the other one I had, and same thing happened. Now of course, you know, it sounds kind of fishy since I was messing with the ditch light wiring, but I mean, all I did was move them to the separate tabs, and I didn't have them wired up backwards or not right. You know, I double checked that, triple checked it. So I'm not sure what happened there. But I know a couple other guys within the community are having issues with their WOW Diesel decoders too. So I don't know if it's just a glitch, if there's something, I don't know what it is. I'm not bashing anybody at this point or nothing. You know, I'm just saying, just telling how it is. I don't know where the problem lies, but be honest with you, I'm gun shy about trying them again in this because I don't know what happened. But you know, hopefully it'll work, because I have two of these decoders, and I wanted two switchers in my yard, and I'm more modern day, modeling more modern day, so you know, I like having the plows and the ditch lights and everything on them. So I went ahead and got another one of these that showed up today, another GP40-2 from Athearn Genesis. Same thing I have, just different road number, and I think these things will work good together in my yard. And you know, they already have ditch lights and everything on them. I have enough projects, and I have some SD40-2s that I want to install ditch lights on and everything. I actually have them. I got to get around to doing it, and I figured I have enough projects. I'd rather buy something that already is pretty much ready to go. So that's why I got that. So I don't know. That's the plan. So I'm gonna try this again, and hopefully the next video I show will be this thing running on the track without any problems. If the decoders fry again, I guess they'll go back. I mean, I will say one thing, I had them back within a week after I sent them out. So that's a very fast turnaround from TCS. And you know, they've been great as far as customer service, so I have no complaints with them whatsoever. If you even email them about questions, they will get back to you and help you out. So great there. Like I said though, I don't know what the deal is with this. One thing I did notice when I first opened this up, like I said, it was brand new. I don't know if you can see that. Check out how stripped out that screw is. I didn't touch that. That's how it was when I got it out of the box. And also noticed right here, there's a screw missing, not even in it. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like I told you, I know I don't have very good luck, and I'll tell you, it's one thing right after another with me, and it's to the point where I just feel like saying, you know what, I've had enough. I'm just gonna stop for a while. I don't think I ever mentioned this in my video, any of my videos yet either. But you know, Athearn Genesis just released these, the SD70Ms with flared radiators. I picked one of those up too. I don't know if Al Mayo has a pretty good video on these. His is Union Pacific though, but I will say, I mean, this hasn't seen any track time, but I did open up and look at it, and I must say some of the things he mentioned in his video is spot on. They definitely took a step back in detail for a Genesis model. That's very surprising. Some of their fans and stuff are painted on. They're not even separately or see-through separate wire fans or grills or anything. It's just painted. That's kind of disappointing. I did notice too the ditch light lenses are hanging loose. They're not fully secured, so that was in that model only. Those are the only two things that really stood out to me. But definitely I think Athearn took a step back with their detail, especially for a Genesis line with that model. I'm not sure why they would do that. I think that's pretty stupid on their part. So if you haven't seen Al Mayo, Big Al Mayo's video, Monster Railroad, go check that one out. Now he talks about color differences and stuff, but I have a black locomotive. I didn't have that problem. But I did pick up some clear part cement, so I'm just probably gonna glue them ditch light lenses back in securely. But alright, I'm not gonna keep rambling, I guess. I seem to do that whenever I don't have anything to really show you. But that's what happened. I don't know why, but I burnt the lighting functions out of both these decoders, and all I did pretty much was plug them into the 9-pin socket. So I'm not sure why that happened, but hey, we'll give it a second try, and if I fry these, they'll go back again. I wish I knew why. I wish I knew why it happened, whether it's where the fault lied, because I don't want to repeat it if I knew why. But all right, guys, I'm gonna quit babbling. So hopefully that's my plan. My next video will be this baby running on the track with the WOW Diesel installed in it. And I must say, the little bit that I did have it on the track, their sounds are amazing. I mean, it's such a shame that I ran into problems because, man, especially their horns and everything. Oh, these things do sound great. But, alright guys, that's it. I'm going to shut up and hopefully see you on another video very, very soon. Alright guys, take care.